Welcome to 86. I'm Max. And this is
I'm Patrick.
And we're here to talk about food delivery today from two different perspectives, from the customer perspective and the food vendor perspective.
What apps do you use and why?
So I use Favor and Uber Eats.
Okay.
Why? They've been on my phone for the longest, and I don't really order food on the apps that much.
Yeah.
They're just for dire needs.
All right. What would you want to see change about, the food delivery apps?
Things that I think could be better is them, first of all, figuring out a way for them to deliver food and the quality to stay the same.
Yeah.
If everyone could just get on board with some kind of fee structure.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking for that simple delivery fee. Like if I'm ordering $5 worth of food, I'm not trying to pay $5 a delivery fee.
Do you think there would ever be a better way than an app to do delivery?
You don't have to have an app because Amazon and Google both have their devices where you can just tell them something and then they'll order it for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the future, is you just tell your whatever home device, be like, hey, I want something from this, I want a salad from this place, and I would like it delivered at this time.
Got
then
it.
it'll send that.
Ooh,
But
that's
I
interesting.
think we're a couple years out from that.
Technology is changing with rideshare and just cars in general. The way they're becoming more automated, right?
Mhm.
And they're talking about a fleet of automated vehicles that would be running through the streets, and the ownership of cars, you'll see where I'm getting with this. The ownership of cars would go down. People wouldn't own cars anymore. You just go outside and a car comes and takes you where you need to go all the time. There's just cars going around all the time like that,
Right.
right? So wouldn't that change food delivery?
Oh, that would change
Wouldn't
it.
that massively change food delivery? It could be way cheaper because they're talking about pennies to get you from point A to point B. So essentially, if that was the case, and they're talking about a few years from now, they're not talking about 30 years from now this
Right.
happening. So couldn't that be the case where it's like a restaurant or a place like that that's serving food could call up one of those cars, throw the food in the back, and send it to where it needs to go? No driver, the prices stay the same. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, that could be, I don't know, that might change the game. Like,
Yeah, I think
it would
that's-
be super cheap. Then
that
you're just
along-
paying for the ride.
Yeah, I think
You just
that
pay for
along
that.
with drones, those two
With the
things
drones, yeah.
are going to totally change the delivery game, not just for
Yeah.
food, but for everything.
Totally. The fact that it takes, you got to get somebody in a car that's insured, and all these things that it costs to then transport the food to you.
Yeah, then
right?
there's so much human error, because you can give from Boca a perfect looking taco and it goes and you fold it up and you put it in the box, and then you have a guy that goes and they throw it in the back seat,
Yeah.
and then it gets all shaken up, and then by the time it gets to the customer, it's just,
Totally.
it might as well be a salad.
To me, the problem is dilution. Your favorite place to eat might be on this one, but not on this one, but this one's over here, not on this one. So then you have to have a million apps, right? It's like, it becomes too complicated for me. It's like, it should be very simple.
For you, how are you choosing which apps you subscribe with?
And that's another point too, if you got and I've seen tons of places, you go to, order food somewhere, like physically, you go order food, and you'll see they have like 10 tablets there.
Yeah.
And you're going, why do they have all those tablets? Each one is a different app that requires that company, that restaurant, to have a tablet for them. So you have all these tablets trying to take in from all these places. It's nonsense.
Why can't all of them just have apps that you put on the tablet?
Exactly, that's what I say. Exactly. At the end of the day, I just want my customers to get good food. I don't want to,
Do you
that's
think
it.
there's any technology on the packaging side that's coming up that might keep the food be the quality that you want it to be?
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe that's where the issue is. I mean, honestly, the packaging of food hasn't changed in 50 years.
Right.
The stuff that they have, it's still styrofoam, flip top.
Well, no.
It's
Now
still-
they have compostable whatever.
Well, they do, but it doesn't.
It's still
it's
the
not-
same thing.
It's still the same thing. It doesn't keep anything warmer. It doesn't. There's not really all the delis, all the different things you can use in containers. It's all stuff that's been around forever. There are some things, but it can be very expensive when you start to upgrade that plateware.
Right.
That you're gonna take, and it's we don't get it back. So again, that dish, the cost of the dish goes up. You know, most restaurants, I mean, they should use a formula to create their prices, right, for their dish. So if you have a dish that costs $10, it should cost the restaurant about $3.33 because most of them use about a 30 to 35% scale. So if you all of a sudden are now having to get extra stuff for that dish, it just went up to $4 or $5. And I think that's what customers want too. They just want good food. Restaurants want to give them good food. And we have people outside of the industry working in the middle to bring that together, right? Like people outside of it that are making apps and coders and who know how to make a cool layout of an app and know how to do this and that and the other, but they have no idea how a restaurant runs.
So what do you think needs to change with deliveries to make it totally the best experience from the restaurant side?
Price for both. I think if you fix price for both, that will in turn motivate the restaurant to want to invest in it more and make sure that it's spot on and whatever, and not look at it as a loss. Not look at it as just, well, we'll just market ourselves.
What's wrong with the current pricing?
Well, I think like for you, for example, you know, Favor's more expensive, this is more expensive. Everything has different pricing and it's all over the place. And I think the problem is paying per delivery. Something that has a membership like Amazon Prime that's yearly, that you pay, you know, X dollars a year, and then you just, anytime you want a delivery, it's free delivery. You just get delivery anytime you want. It's just always free delivery anytime you want to order, and you make the value of it. It could be monthly, you know, or yearly, but you just pay one time. You don't worry about it. It doesn't. You got one app. Every place can be ordered from. You know, they don't have to have a special tablet on the other end. Like, kind of like how Favor works. They show up, they order the food, and it comes back. And you just paid the same price for the food, whether you were there or not. But you pay to be a part of this delivery community.
Yeah, I pay to be and then you probably pay some kind of fee to them per order.
Exactly.
Some percentage fee.
Exactly, something like that. And everybody wins on both sides to me. And you're gonna have people that use it all the time, that maybe it loses money for the thing, but then you have people that don't use it that much.
That's the gym membership theory. It's like you're gonna have 1,000 people, and you're gonna have 20 people or 100 people that use it every day, all the time. Then you're gonna have some people use it weekly, and then you're probably gonna have 30% of people that just really never.
That's me. I got a gym membership in like December, and I went twice. I think 3 times.
Really killing it.
And I paid like for 5 months. You know, like for real. It's like they're charging me every week too. They charge like weekly. This is, you know, but that's what it is. It's like because it's on an automatic. It's up to me to make the value of it.
Right.
You know, for sure. And they want it. People are yearning for the perfect one. That's what I think is missing, is the perfect one. It's just there for everybody to use. You know, just like Kleenex became tissue, right? Like that. You just want, it would no longer be, you know, when you Google something, right? It's like, there's other search engines, but we call it Google, and became, that's how the food delivery needs to be. It needs to be whatever. Zugalagalaga, whatever. You know, like some crazy, you know, name that hey, that's how you order food. You always do that. There's no other, what are you talking about? This other thing, like, that's it. And everybody's a part of it, the whole community. And the more restaurants that are, you know, you never worried about, is my restaurant on there, is my plate, can I get that food? You can always get it.
But do you think delivery is good for every restaurant? Like, there's some restaurants that you go there just for the experience.
Totally, 100%. Like, you know, who's gonna want food delivery from medieval times? There's restaurants that refuse to serve.
For sure.
To go or take out, so they say, you know, fuck you.
Yeah, because it's all about, you know, you break the egg on the table and it goes, and then there's the the ice and whatever everywhere.
Totally. Like, how do we get the liquid nitrogen there? Like, you know, you know, it's 100%, dude. It's. I think maybe the delivery is reserved for comfort food, family style. You know, quality of the food, price of it, the experience of the restaurant, why you like going there. You know, it's probably not going to be the same like order at your house and have it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that have mastered the delivery, like you're mentioning like wings and pizza,
Yeah.
like those kinds of places have mastered delivering because their foods, they're gonna stay good.
Totally.
And they've developed specific packaging.
You know, restaurants always looking for new ways to generate revenue. When apps became popular, okay, sure, we can start delivering our food from this place, that place. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, why can't we do this? This is your favorite taco truck on the east side. You don't have to drive all the way out here to get the tacos. We'll bring them to you, you know. And you do lose the quality, though. It just does happen. And then it can make you not a fan of that place anymore.
It's 86 of them.